Hey y'all, welcome back to the studio. I'm Aramis Hamer, a visual artist who loves painting large-scale acrylic paintings inspired by Black girl magic, hip-hop, and all things astrology. We are here in the studio creating, making magic. So there's more to be done. What we're going to be working on today is applying more layers to the Sagittarius, getting started on the Capricorn, and I'm going to show you all a little bit behind the scenes of how I stage merchandise and take photos for Instagram, as well as how I roll up my canvases. So we got a lot to cover today. Grab you some tea, get nice and comfortable, and let's get started. Yeah, so the journey started off a little rough as I try to detangle this faux vine. All the rest of the plants in the pictures are real. They're just a part of my natural studio decor, but I wanted to add a little bit more greenery to really make the colors pop and to make the space feel a lot more warm. And if you've been to my studio before, then you know this couch is actually on the opposite side of the room. So I moved furniture, I moved paintings so that I could get some really beautiful natural light that was right here by this window. And I think it turned out great. Check out some of the pics. Once my DIY photo shoot was done, we put everything back in its place, and now I'm starting more work on Sagittarius. One of my favorite movies is Poetic Justice. I absolutely love that movie. I mean, Tupac was a whole vibe. And can we speak about Janet, please? Okay, so I wanted to do a hair wrap around her locks, similar to how Janet did. Because, obviously, I'm starting to work in the shading for her head wrap. I thought white would be perfect because that's how Janet had her hair in the movie, but at the same time, I thought it'd be a perfect contrast for the teal and the cobalt turquoise, which is the color of her locks. I'm working in the color for her hair lining, but honey, I can't wait to slay them edges.
I think that we both know by now that this is the beginning of the end. And though it's hard to just let go, we must find new meaning. Amen.
This Sag is giving us all sorts of boho vibes. I really want her to have this energy of a carefree, adventurous, fiery spirit that is encouraging you to come on a journey with her. Her eyes are a little crooked and there is a lot more details to go, but I started to add some details to her hand, and now I want to show you all how I created her locks. I chose Cobalt Turquoise for her locks, and the outer rim is going to be a little lighter, so that color is going to be teal. And fun fact, I learned that the correct term for this process is penumbra, and that means when the light source... Look, y'all get educated today. I'm going to just put the definition in the bottom on the screen, okay? Don't have me get out here messing it up. We're going to first start with the darker shade, which is the Cobalt Turquoise. And I'm adding more paint layers to her hair because you can see that it's still a little thin and some of the trees are showing through behind it. And this is also helping me get the surface back wet. So when I put the teal, which is going to serve as the penumbra, ooh, look at me, ooh. When I put that teal in there, it's going to be able to blend a lot better since the paint is going to be wet. As I come back in with the teal, I'm creating this stipple effect so I can add more texture to the hair and to create the highlight that's coming through from the sun that's behind her.
Drink more water.
I be proud of myself, y'all. You know when you step back from your painting and you realize how good it looks? You know, sometimes you just been up on it too close and then you realize, okay, yeah, I did that. It's looking good. It's coming together. I'm going to take a break from Sagittarius from now, and then I'm going to move right on to Capricorn. I'm going to just let y'all know for this session, I was just turned up, okay? I don't know if I had Tory Lanez in my headphones, if I had Drake, Rick Ross. I'm just letting y'all know I was just straight turned and having a good time. So you will see a lot of twerking going down in this video. I also have Leo, who is up on display in between Sag and Cap, because King 5 News came to my studio this week and I wanted her to serve as the backdrop for the interview. I'm gonna keep y'all posted as to when that's gonna go live. So if you're in Seattle, you can check me out on TV. And if you aren't local, I'll definitely provide a link where you can watch it online. Moving right along to our Earth sign. Since the Capricorn dates are between December 22nd and January 20th, I wanted to do like a nice icy, cold, snow, winter type vibe for this goddess. What I'm doing here is applying a heavily diluted version of the titanium white. This is really gonna give us the effect like it's snowing and it's winter and it's cold, while still letting some of that teal and cobalt come through. Once this layer is set, I start to sketch my subject matter. So before I actually apply the paint down for my sketch, I start with a piece of chalk. This is, I don't know what was in my headphones, y'all. Let's say that it was Drake, because I usually get in the mode when I'm listening to Drake where I just be either in my feelings or feeling like I can do anything. Once the rough sketch is down with the chalk, I go back over it with paint and outline those same chalk lines. Once that paint layer is dry, I wipe away the chalk. I want this Snow Queen to be sitting on a glacier throne. So it's going to be full of ice and it's going to be cold and frigid, but she's going to have this hip hop vibe going on since she is the GOAT, of course. So I feel like the energy that I had painting this piece was perfect. I mean, she's the GOAT. She's giving me the energy. She's giving me this greatest of all time Capricorn vibe. So I'm super excited for how this piece is going to turn out in the end.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Why you be all on my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a who line for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust you. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bugging. And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money, I divvy the pie. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune. I'm flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the vibe. And 40 on 50 is really the time. Why are you all on my phone like you want me? Like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side. I don't know if you thinking I'm blind. Cross on my crosses and dot on my eyes. Done with your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson, that's word of the wise. Dubbing the mixes I'm mixing, I know I've been missing. I needed some personal time. All the pictures, dimensions, I don't with your digits. I mean it, I'm staying inside. Cause they got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back.
We have the general composition of how she's going to be, the rough sketch of how her body is going to be positioned on the throne, a basic outline for how her actual chair is going to be seated in space. But there is still a lot more to go on this Capricorn Queen. That is going to be a wrap for this studio session. So I know that I said that I was going to show you all how I wrap my canvases, and I think that should be a whole separate video of its own. So stay tuned for next time, because I'll definitely show that process and get a little bit more detail about my canvases and the surface that I use and the storage process and all of those details. But for now, thank you so much for joining me, and remember, if you liked it, like it, and I'll see you all next time.
Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. A phone in affection, I summon and dub it.